This is The Getaway by Kev Hopgood. Exterior, Epping Forest, night. A cold winter's night in the Essex woodland. Jimmy, aged 55 and wearing a heavy overcoat and a permanent scowl, leads Terry, aged 39, and his partner Maxine, aged 32, deeper into the forest. Terry wears a three-piece suit. Maxine wears a bridal gown.
This damn fog. I can't see my hand in front of my face. Freezing my nuts off and all.
I said you should put a coat on.
You said we'd only be half an hour. We've got to get back to the reception. Who walks about on Epping Forest at this time of night?
I don't know. Doggers?
This close to Christmas? No respect, some people. Who's this bloke we're meeting anyway?
I told you, Maxie, a businessman. I just need to sort out a misunderstanding. We'll be back at the wedding in no time.
What sort of businessman arranges a meeting in the middle of the night?
The sort you don't want to owe money to.
Terry Goodisham, what have you been getting involved with now? You're too flash, you are. Too flash by far. Mum warned me.
I didn't hear you complaining on that holiday in Florida.
We had a lovely time, but it wasn't worth getting into debt for. I don't even like Walt Disney.
I'm not in debt. I just move some money around. I'm an accountant, that's what I do. I told you that there's been a misunderstanding.
How much of a misunderstanding?
The less you know, the better.
150 grand thereabouts.
Oh, Terry, how could you have had such a huge misunderstanding? Who you been getting involved with?
Might as well tell her. Can't hurt now.
I want to keep her out of it.
Too late for that, mate.
Yeah, I'm out here freezing my butt off. Too right I'm involved.
You ever heard of the Addams family?
What, from off the telly?
No, not from off the telly. The Addams brothers, they run North London.
You mean like organised crime? Gangsters? What are you doing getting involved with them sorts?
What do you think has been funding our lavish lifestyle? Top of the range Mercs, skiing in France, holidays in the Seychelles? That stuff doesn't pay for itself.
Those were all your idea. I'd be happy with a week in Bognor. What you been doing for them?
Cooking the books, making profits disappear. A bit too successfully.
Say that again.
As soon as I can sort this out, the sooner we can get back. I've got a surprise booked for the honeymoon.
Oh, Terry, more expense. Give me a clue. Where are we going?
Jimmy pulls a compass out of his overcoat pocket and studies it.
We're going 300 yards in that direction.
Terry looks at his watch as they walk through the forest.
How long are they going to be?
You don't still think we're out here for a business meeting, do you? What kind of idiot are you?
What? You said...
I said whatever would get you out here with a minimum of fuss. You know why we're here. It ain't rambling. Do I look like a fucking rambler?
Jim opens his overcoat and reveals a sawn-off shotgun.
Oh, Jesus. Please, no, we can do a deal. What are you getting paid to offer me? I'll double it, treble it.
It ain't just the money. I've got a long fought for professional reputation to uphold.
Reputation?
I'm Jimmy Moody. Word gets out, I can be brought off. I don't get no more gigs.
This is just a job to you.
That and armed robbery. You heard of the chainsaw gang? We're all over the papers.
I don't give a fuck about your CV.
Terry, I'm scared.
Don't worry, sweetheart. Nothing's going to happen to you. You'll let her go, right?
Sorry, she's seen my boat race. She weren't in the contract, but I can't leave loose ends. It's sloppy.
You bastard. Maxine, run for it.
Terry swings a punch at Jim, who dodges it easily. He draws his shotgun and smashes the butt into Terry's face, who falls to the ground. Jim aims the gun at Maxine.
Hold it right fucking there.
Maxine's like a rabbit caught in headlights.
Come on. Over here next to your boyfriend where I can see you. Nice and slow. That's it. This thing's got a hair trigger, so no sudden moves.
She crouches down next to Terry, who has blood all over his face.
My nose. You broke my fucking nose.
I don't want no more of that malarkey. There's two ways this goes down. You can do it your way, which involves a lot of unpleasantness and unnecessary exertion, or you can trust your Uncle Jimmy. I've been doing this donkey's years.
I bet you have, you evil bastard.
Don't be like that. Play your cards right, and I'll award you an OBE, one behind the ear. You won't feel a thing.
No fuss, no mess.
Not quite true, but it won't be your problem.
What are you waiting for? Just do it already.
Hold your horses. She's a feisty one, isn't she? We got to wait for the getaway car. Those bastards probably got lost in the fog.
You got a tissue?
Just an handkerchief.
I don't want to get blood on it.
Yeah, I've got loads. Keep it. Compliments of the house.
So how'd you get into this game?
Villains aren't made, they're born. My brother's straight as a die. Me? Well, completely different kettle of fish.
That you love your mother, though.
What?
You lot. You gangsters. You commit unspeakable, vicious, heinous crimes, yet you all loved your mothers.
You do well to keep my mother out of this.
Or what? You'll kill us?
I can always take the generous offer of an OBE off the table. I know lots of ways to hurt a person. I learned that from Charlie Richardson.
You work for the Richardsons?
Back in the good old days. Did a bit of freelancing for Ronnie and Reggie and all. Don't get me wrong, the Cray boys were ruthless, heartless bastards. But for sheer brutality, you couldn't beat Charlie Richardson. Happy days.
But he loved his mother.
What is your problem?
No problems. Having a great time here, waiting to die.
Where's the sodding getaway? This new generation of villains are bloody useless. They're vicious enough, but they're lazy. No work ethic.
You ever had what you might call a proper job, Jimmy?
Fuck off. Planning bank raids and keeping out of nick, that's enough to keep any man gainfully employed.
And accepting contracts as a hitman.
To be honest, that's a bit of a sideline. Well, it was. There's not so much blagging to be had since the old Bill started shooting honest villains at sight.
My heart bleeds.
You taking a piss?
Wouldn't dream of it.
You got family?
He said not to talk about his mother.
Mum died a few years back. I couldn't attend the funeral because I was on the run from Brixton Nick.
Of course you were.
I was married. Lovely woman. Divorced now. Still means the world to me, but the demands of a full-time criminal career aren't conducive to a happy family life.
I guess so.
I've got a son, Jason, and a lovely daughter, Janine. If I've any regrets, it's that I haven't always been there for them.
Must be difficult with all the robbing and murdering.
Jim punches Terry again and knocks him to the floor.
Here it is again. Enough of the sparky comments, all right?
You were in Brixton?
Yeah, not for long though. Broke out with an IRA man. That were in the papers and all. Fucking loved that Paddy. 13 years I've been on the run, unlucky for some.
Unlucky for us.
It must be difficult, always looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, it ain't just the filth I've got to look out for. MI5 after me because of the Irish connection. So are the IRA, as a new North London mob have managed to piss off. It's open season on Jimmy Moody.
Maybe the best thing to do would be give yourself up. Do your time.
You're good. I can see what you're doing. She's a keeper, this one.
Until you blow our brains out.
You really are glass half empty, aren't you? Charlie Richardson got out recently, Bernie Kahn, Mad Frankie. They done their bird, they're free men. I'm not. I've got a crappy little flat down Kennington. Might as well be a prison cell. I'm like a caged tiger, that's me.
It's that fog lifting.
I think you might be right, my son.
I can see a car over there. It's got its headlights on.
Doggers, leave them be.
Is it the Getaway?
Nah, that's a full Fiesta. Villains today, no class.
That's a silver Merc. That's my car. What's it doing here?
Oi, where are you going, sunshine?
There are two people in there. A man and a woman that they're slumped over the dashboard.
The fog's coming in again.
Oi, I'm warning you, come back here. Sorry, I can't see him. I'm warning you, get back here, or I'll offer your missus and I'll make it slow.
Oh, no, no, no! It's my car. There are two bodies in it. The brains splashed all over the dashboard. It's us, Maxie. He shot us in the bloody ear. In the bloody car. OBE, what once behind the ear.
That's crazy. You stood here right in front of me. I'd remember it. I remember all my kills.
Jimmy, try and remember. How'd you get here?
I was in the Royal, having a quiet drink. The pub goes quiet, like everything's in slow motion. I turned around and some useless streak of piss in a hood. There's a Webley 38 pointed right at my nut. I say, what do you think you're doing? That's a puff's gun. Then there's this flash of light. And I woke up here.
You killed us. Blew our brains out. We've been wandering the forest ever since. We can go now. We can go on that honeymoon. Forever.
Harry and Maxine walk off hand in hand into the fog.
Wait, what about me? I've been on the run 13 years. How much longer I got to wait?
Bye, Jimmy.
Bye, Jimmy.
Bye.
Bye.
Where's my getaway? Where's my bloody getaway?
The end.